Hello everyone, welcome back. This is lecture 2, class 9, subject English. In this lecture, we will discuss chapter number 7 of Moments, the Last Leaf. The explanation of the chapter. In this lecture, we will discuss the chapter highlights, new words, phrasal verbs, that what are phrasal verbs, how to write the meanings and how to frame sentences. Then we will discuss the homework solutions that was related to chapter number 7, textual questions. Let's start with the chapter highlights of this chapter, the last leaf. Chapter highlights. Sue and Johnsy were two young artists who shared a small flat. At the month of November, Johnsy fell very seriously ill. She had pneumonia. Sue became very worried and called the doctor. The doctor told to Sue that Johnsy had made her mind that she is not going to get well, and if she did not want to live, then medicines will not help Johnsy. So this chapter was about two girls who were sharing a common flat, Sue and Johnsy, and what happened once that Johnsy fell seriously ill and she had lost all the hopes of her life. When Sue looked at Johnsy, she was counting backwards by peeking through the window. When Sue looked out, she saw that an old ivy creeper climbing halfway up the brick wall opposite to their window. In the strong wind, the creeper was shedding the leaves. Almost all leaves in the creeper had shed. So what happened? She saw Johnsy looking outside and she was just looking towards one old ivy creeper. As it was an autumn season, the tree was shedding its leaves and almost all the leaves were shed. Johnsy said with finality that when the last leaf falls, she will die. Sue became very worried. Sue kissed Johnsy and rushed down to see Bhairaman. Bhairaman was a 60-year-old painter who was trying to complete his lifelong dream, that is, to draw a masterpiece. Sue poured her worries to Bhairaman. After hearing the foolishness of Johnsy, Bhairaman decided to see Johnsy. So, in their apartment, there used to live one 60-year-old painter whose name was Bhairaman. And when Johnsy's condition was deteriorating and she had lost all the hopes, Sue rushed down and told everything to Bhairaman. Then Bhairaman decided to see Johnsy once. Sue and Bhairaman tiptoed into the room. Johnsy was sleeping when they peeped out through the window there was only one leaf left. Without saying any word, Bhairaman went back to his room. So what happened? They both tiptoed, they walked silently into the room of Jhansi. She was sleeping, and when they looked out through the window, then they were astonished to see that there was only one leaf left. Then Bhairaman, whose lifelong dream was to paint one masterpiece, at that moment was a golden chance for him to paint one. And without saying a word, he just went back to his room. The next day, when they woke up Jhansi in a feeble sound, she asked Sue to draw the curtains. Sue drew the curtains very nervously, but there was still one leaf left. Even the night was so windy. Jhansi became surprised and happy. Sue hugged Jhansi and kissed her. When she smiled with a hope. So when they woke up, they were nervous to see out as they knew that the last leaf would have fallen. But they both became surprised and they were happy to see that there was still one leaf left on the ivy creeper. The next day, when Jhansi woke up, Sue came to her and with a gloomy face she told that Mr. Bhairaman died due to pneumonia. And then Sue asked Jhansi to look outside through the window. The last leaf was still greenish and fresh. That leaf was the masterpiece of Bhairaman that he painted in the rainy night when the last leaf fell. So the last leaf that raised a hope of life in Jhansi was actually a masterpiece painted by Bhairaman, and because of painting that leaf in the rainy weather, he suffered with pneumonia and ultimately died. New words: pneumonia, a disease caused due to the infection of the lungs. Gazing, looking, feeble, weak. Janitor, a person whose job is to look after a building. So these were the only new words that were there in this chapter. Now phrasal verbs. A phrasal verb is the combination of a standard verb such as make of, put with, one or two particles. In some cases, the particle is an adverb such as away. Together, in other, it is a preposition such as through, in. Example: pass away, pull together, go out, break out. So phrasal verb is actually a combination of a verb and a particle, and sometimes verbs are also joined with preposition to make a phrasal verb, and when they are joined together they differentiate the meaning with their original form. What is a phrasal verb? A phrasal verb, that is a verb plus a particle. For example, put off. Here put is verb and OFF off is particle. Example, I put off my trip. That means I postponed my trip. Next, the particle looks like a preposition, but it does not function as particles. Particles are part of the verb phrase and they often change the meaning of the verb. He looked up at the skyscraper. Here it is working as preposition, that he looked up at the sky. Next example, she looked up a word in her dictionary. Here it is working as particle. As she looked up means that she is searching for something, that she is searching a word in her dictionary. In the first sentence, at is representing a particular place as working as preposition. When you use the same verb with a different particle, the meaning changes. Like put plus off means to postpone. Put plus on means to cover your body with clothes. If I am using put plus away, then that means to put something in its original place. Put plus back means to return something in its original place. So when different particles are used with same verb, the meaning changes. Some phrasal verbs have more than one meaning. For example, keep on means to continue, that also means not to remove something. Take off means remove and it also means leave. So there are some phrasal verbs that depicts more than one meaning also. Using phrasal verb. Many phrasal verbs and one word verbs have similar meanings. Like wake up means awaken. Go on means to continue. Take off means to remove. Phrasal verbs are less formal and more common in everyday speech. More examples of phrasal verbs. Give up, that means abandon. Turn out, produce. Carry on, continue. Put off, to postpone. Turn down, reject. Look after, take care of. Get at, attain. So you have to go through the phrasal verbs which are given in your grammar book also, and you should learn the meanings so that you can use them in sentences in a proper manner. Call at, that means visit. Bring up, train, to do, work. Call on, a brief visit. To put on, to wear, out, to show something is true. Do with, to show need of something. Do without, to manage without. Draw near, to come closer. Draw out, to find out. Fly away means to depart. Give over means to stop doing something. Hold over means to not deal with something. Hold on means to continue. Give in means to admit. Hold out means something that is likely to happen. Keep back means to hide. Keep up means to maintain. Keep in means restrain. Come round means happen again. So you can see that there are so many phrasal verbs that can be joined by using a verb along with the particle or by using a verb along with the preposition, and that actually changes the meaning. And by learning the meanings, you can precisely use them in different sentences. Run away means abscond. See about, deal with, set aside, put aside, set forth, to put forward, stand against, oppose, take away, deprive of, take up, engross, turn up, appear, wait for, watch. Some of these phrasal verbs are also given in your book under the head of vocabulary in phrasal verbs. Wait upon, visit, or follow. Walk in, go in. See through, realize truth. Stand aside, do nothing. Take down, write. Bear off means to grab. Bring forth, produce. Now let's discuss the homework solutions. Question number 1. What is Johnsey's illness? What can cure her? The medicine or the willingness to live? Answer. Johnsey, a young artist, was ill. She was suffering from pneumonia, but later on she suffered from a misconception that she would die as soon as the last leaf on the creeper that was placed outside would fall down. The medicine had no effect on her willingness to live, could cure her. So what can cure her? Only her willingness to live could cure her. Next question, that is question number 2. Do you think the feeling of depression Johnsey has is common among teenagers? Answer. Life has two aspects, that is positive and negative. upon us how we take it. Nowadays, it is very common that teenagers are getting depressed because of cutthroat competition. On the other hand, a majority of teenagers who take life positively and faces difficulties boldly never lose hope and proceed further. So the feeling of depression is common nowadays, but there are some people who are dealing it with positively and some are still hoping to deal with it precisely. Next question, that is question number 3. Behraman has a dream. What is it? Does it come true? Answer. Behraman had a dream to paint a masterpiece in his life. He kept waiting for the opportunity to give it a practical shape. Yes, his dream was accomplished. That is, he could materialize his dream when he painted the last leaf of the ivy creeper. So his dream got come true when he painted that leaf that actually raised a hope of life in Jhansi. Next question, that is question number 4. What is Behraman's masterpiece? What makes you say so? Answer. Behraman was a 60-year-old artist who had a dream to paint a masterpiece. His painting of an ivy leaf was his masterpiece, which saved the life of Jhansi. It was such a painting that it was not easy to make out whether the leaf was real or it was just a painting. When Behraman died painting this life-saving painting, Sue called it a masterpiece. Now, your homework is that you complete the textual questions after matching the answers and revise phrasal verbs.